does, today what we do is instead of using this particular wrapper API, instead of using this wrapper API, we'll try to perform the we'll try to render the value to our form at runtime using the partial page rendering concept. Okay? Using the partial page rendering concept, we do that particular function. So, but as of now, like we have not discussed about what is this partial page rendering and those functionality, right? So, what we do is first of all we'll design a page independently for the partial page rendering concept. So, let me write here. For the partial page rendering. So today what we do is design a Vivo which is based on which is based on which is not based on SQL queries. This is we call it as programmatical Vivo. It's called programmatical Vivo. So it is not based on SQL query. A Vivo which is not based on a SQL query, it's called programmatical Vivo. So what we do is using this particular Vivo, we try to perform the PPR concept. So for that one, I'll take a sample. So let me write how my page looks like. Let us consider a page. So this will have main region and this will have enable region like this and item 1 as well as button 1. And the same way, we have a render region, we have a item 2 as well as button. So what I am trying to do is when I user clicks on button 1, we will enable or disable the item 1. And when I user clicks on button 2, we will render true or false this item 2. So now what are the trying to do is independently we want to achieve the functionality, and once you are clear with this functionality, we can include in our invoice project. Okay. So for this one, what are the components I require is, so the first thing is like a model layer. So in the model layer, we require AM and we require Vivo also, right? And a page, then a controller, finally. So let us design the new Vivo first of all. Go to page, project, server package, new Vivo object. Next, and see here, rows populated programmatically, not based on a SQL query. Okay, we have to check the last option. And here, mention the Vivo name. PPR sample preview. Okay, so these are Vivo names. PPR sample preview is the Vivo name, and we have to select the last option. Click on next, and here it is asking us to mention the attribute names. It will not ask you to mention the SQL query because it is not based on SQL query. So the attribute, just mention the attributes here. So I'll just say enable plan, updatable always. Go with the boolean data type. And one more flag I will take it. I will name as render plan. Boolean. Okay. Next. And this connect here. And finally generate the raw file also. Next. And finish. Click on OK here. So now in the server package, double click on the AM and assign the Vivo to the AM. Click on apply and OK. Fine. So now next thing is you have to create a web page. In the web UI, you will create a page, new OA components and page. PPR sample page, and make sure that package structure is correct. Click on browse and let me select the package structure. Okay, and here set the default properties here. Okay, now on the main widget platform, click on technical controller. PPR sample page. Okay. Now in the page what we do, as we discussed, we'll create two regions, new region, then new region. The first region we'll name it as enable region, and the second one when the enable region we create two items. So this one I'll name it as subject button, and in the prompt enable or and in the render region new, again new item. So this one we name it as subject button, the button 2, and this is for the purpose of render to or false. Okay. So now, so let us write the initialization logic first. Let us write the initialization logic first. Go to the AMIMPL Java. So here, let me use the form. Okay. So now in this one, what I will do is object void initialization PPR demo. Okay. So first of all, we have to perform the initialization. The same thing which we have been doing for the last one, like we have to insert a single row into the PPR demo. Then only we can work on it. PPR sample demo. There is a demo instance. So it's terminal, right? And then row is equal to new row, previous row, set new row status, initialize, and also we have to do one more logic here. Okay, and after that, row dot set enable flag. By default, we'll make this particular flag as false. Set render flag also false. So both the flags will make it as false. And after that, finally, we enter the row. Okay. And one more. So this method you have to call in the process request of the serial. This method is called the process request of the serial. Okay. AN is equal to page content dot get application module the bin. Okay. And now, so we also need to write the logic for the buttons, right? We also need to write the logic for the buttons. And now what we do is, so let us write the logic for the buttons also. So page content dot get parameter is button 1 not equal to null. Okay. If button 1 not equal to null, what is the purpose of this button 1? So you see, so the button 1 is for the purpose of enable functionality, and button 2 is for the purpose of render functionality. Enable as well as render. So the button 1 is for the purpose of enable functionality, and the other one is for the purpose of render functionality. Okay. So let us write the logic for the button 1 as well as button 2. So first of all, we do the enable logic. What we do is just write the enable lib void toggle enable plan. So in this one, what we do is, if it is true, make it as false. If it is false, make it as true. That is what we do. So same thing here. We go to first, get the first row. Get from the typecasting here. Is row dot get enable flag. So if it is true, then what you want to do? You want to set enable flag as false, and else row dot set enable client as. Okay. If it is true, make it false. If it is false, make it as true. And we'll also write the logic for the render flag. Public void public render flag. So if row dot get render flag, if it's true, then make it false. Else make it. Okay. So now this particular functionality we have to call from the process form request. So take the in here, right? So the button one we have to call the toggle enable functionality. So aim dot toggle enable flag. Another one aim dot toggle render flag. So now we also need to apply. We also need to apply the SPEL syntax on the component in the text input box, right? So for that one we have to follow SPEL syntax. So let me write the SPEL syntax here. So as for the SPEL syntax, the logic is dollar followed by OA dot new instance name followed by attribute name. So make a note of all this component information, then you can do the appropriate logic. So this is our Vivo name, Vivo instance name, and flag values. One is render flag, and another is enable flag. So let us write the syntax dollar OA dot okay, and final one enable flag. Okay. So now this render flag, copy this one, and this render flag what to do? Go to the page. So in this item 2, on the render property apply the flag. On the render property apply this flag. Render flag. The same way, copy the enable flag. On the item 1, there's a property called disable. Apply on the, by default if you observe, the value of disable is false. So apply this particular flag on this one. Okay. Now let's run the page and see how it works. Okay. Now if you see, in the render region by default the component is not shown, but in the enable region if you see the component is shown, and you can just click on this render to overall button. Can you see the component is getting shown at runtime? Again click on it, it won't be shown. And just try for this one, disable one. Right? Now this got disabled. It got disabled. If you again click on it, it will get enabled. So it is not getting enabled. So there is something wrong we have done. So on the enable disable button, just see what is the wrong we have done. So the button name is D1. Okay, button D1. Yeah, now it is working. I don't know why. Okay, see here. So click on this one. Now it got disabled, right? Again click on this one. It got enabled. Got it? So this is a functionality of enable property as well as this is a functionality of the render property. Render means the component itself will not be shown. Render true or false. The component is not shown now. Again click on this one. The component will be shown. So this is called the process PPR logic. It's called partial page rendering logic, and this partial page rendering logic can be implemented using the concept called SPEL as well as PPO. So without having PPO as a SPEL, we cannot implement this one. Okay. So we require PPO, nothing but a programmatical VIVO as well as SPEL syntax. So now what we do is, as of now we have done the functionality independently. We'll try to implement the same logic in our invoice page. As of now we have done the functionality independently. We'll try to do the same logic in our invoice page. And also, like one more thing we'll do in the invoice page, like I think we have not added up the line functionality. So we'll add up the line functionality also. Then after that we'll implement the PPR logic. So run the page once. So here, like whenever the create or update, what was happening is like here we have not inserted any lines, right? We have not shown any lines data. So let us have the lines data also. Then after that we'll implement the PPR logic. So let's make note of the line statement. Okay. So here, the last time we created invoice line view also. Last time we created invoice line view also. So check it out whether you assign the line table or not. We are not at assigned. Assign the line view to the PM. Yeah, sorry, we assigned it already. We assigned it already. Okay. So then what we have to do? So in the page, go to the invoice DML page. So here just create one more region for the line purpose. This was the invoice header updatable, invoice read only. Then in this one, what we do is we create new region, and this is named as invoice line region. Okay. So create new region, continue table region using wizard. Invoice lines. Next, table region. I'll say updatable region. Next, line ID, writing all this stuff. Next, and all the things should be message text input. Next and finish. Okay. And the table region will also add up the line. We'll also add up the table actions. Like in that, we'll add up two buttons. One is for the purpose of insertion and one is for the purpose of deletion. So add table actions. New item. And in this one, okay, add row. Another one is for the deletion purpose. The same way we'll create one more region. The same way we'll create one more region in the lines, but with the read-only purpose. New region using wizard. Okay, let us implement this one after implementing a PPR logic. Okay, let's wait for some time. Then. Let's wait for some time. So now as of now, what I have done is just create only lines region, which is a table region. So it is having two buttons. You have to write the logic for these particular two buttons also. Add row as well as delete row. Okay. So let us write the logic. Let us write that particular remaining logic for the lines table. So in the invoice DML page, go to the DML page first. And make a note of the buttons here. Add row. Initially we write for the add row purpose. In the process form request. Okay. Okay. So let us write the logic now. In the aim and PL, what we want to do, we want to insert, whenever user clicks on add row, we have to insert a row in the chain, nothing but line table. So line row. So for the line purpose, if you observe, the line table requires header ID also. Without having header ID, you cannot insert a line, right? So the header ID is the primary, header ID is the foreign key in the line table. So we require header ID, and also we require this one, line ID. Okay. So let us do this logic now. So first of all, how we get the header ID? So we can just get the header ID using our invoice header table, right? Header invoice is equal to with invoice header invoice line invoice row and is equal to header row is equal to header zero dot first currently. And now header ID is equal to header row is equal to dot get header ID. Okay. So now it is showing red color because if you observe this header ID, just control click on this data type. There is this belongs to java.lang.number, but if you see this one, get header ID, just double control click on this one, it is navigating to something called number. This is return type. After the return type here, control again click on this one. So it is belonging to which one? Oracle J2 domain dot number. It belongs to Oracle J2 dot domain dot number. So in our case, this particular number also should be Oracle J2 dot domain dot number. So it is not asking us to input. That's one of the flaws which you generally come across in the JSON code. So always prefer to input this one, Oracle J2 dot domain dot number. Okay. Now no error. And then get the lines table. Invoice. Line zero is equal to get invoice. So we require lines row also. So go to the invoice line zero. Generate the row and field. Click on Java. Generate the row and field. Click on apply and OK. So now here invoice lines row is equal to null as of now. Lines row is equal to same function, the create row and the same thing is being followed. And keyboard dot insert row and insert the lines. And before insertion, we can also set the line ID. If you want to set the line ID, also you can set it. So I think we have a sequence for this one. Okay, you can also create the new one. sequence which is already there. Please try it. Right, so we can consider this line ID sequence. Get OTP transaction, let sequence. And line flow dot set line ID. That's it. Okay. And this particular one we have to call from the whenever user clicks on add button. Okay. So yeah, let's run the page now. Click on update. Okay. So it says that no search connected. No search connected means this particular viewer is not at all executed as of now. So we also need to execute this particular row during process request method. Anyway, as of now we can still insert it. Click on add row. Can you see? So it is asking that you have not mentioned set max text size and some kind of concept here. So let us fix that issue first. What you can do is, it is better that one of the easiest things to follow is whenever you're trying to execute the Vivo, before that you are better execute that one. That's the easiest method. So in this case, what is the issue is, click on cancel here, click on update. If you observe, it is showing that no such connected, which is not at all correct one, right? If you observe in the line table for the 61, header ID 61, there is already a row. By why it is not getting shown? Because here it is not getting executed, right? No such connected means the repo is not yet executed. So this repo has to be executed in the process request method of the this particular page. So observe here in our where is the repo? Invoice GML repo. In the process request method, what are we calling here? If header ID is not equal to null, if header ID is not equal to null, we are calling some method, right? This one. Init header ID with init header ID vivo with the header ID. So let's check that one. So here, what we have to do is we also need to execute a shell flow. We also need to execute the lines vivo also. So invoice lines vivo input. Same function we have to do. Clear caching. Clear clause null. And finally, clear clause. Then we just simply copy paste this one. Okay. So now by default, when a user clicks on update or insert, we will execute this particular one. And also, when a user just clicks on create invoice, so by default we are not executing this new right? So we are inserting a new header ID. So what we do is, it's preferable that here in this method, there is one more method we have to commit, the process form request. In the add line stuff, what we do is, so before inserting a row, we simply mention a method called get max. So it's kind of initialization method for the Vivo, that's only logic. Okay. Yeah. Now let's run it. Okay, so let's click on update here. So now it has to show the line flow by default, right? So it is showing the line flow by default. Click on add row now. Can you see 61 and 42? And let's save it and check in the database table and find out whether it got inserted or not. Right? Header ID 61, right? This one. Row got inserted on consider. Okay. So add row again 44. You can see. Right? So now we are able to insert lines data. We are able to insert lines data. So if you can cancel, let's say just create a new invoice and observe here. You can create new invoice and it says no such conductor. And now what you do is just click on add row here and header ID 81 got inserted and this also got inserted. Just click on save and go to database and observe here. Got it? Header ID 81 also got inserted. Either you are opening the page in the create mode or in the update mode, it is working fine. And try it in the view mode. So the view mode will not work as of now. In the view mode, this particular table region is getting shown in the updatable way, right? This is getting shown in the updatable way because we are not written any of the PPR logic as of now. So what we do is we'll try to achieve this functionality now. So we'll make use of our PPR logic and to show this particular functionality in appropriate way. Okay. So for that one, what we do is we'll create a new vivo. We'll create a new vivo, and in this one also, in the DML page, we'll create one more region for the readable purpose. So here in the lines region, what we do is create a new region using wizard. Lines, next, and it as table as a view region. Next, as the component. Next, and this all make it as message file. Make it as message file. Okay. So now, one more thing what we want to do is we want to show the data in appropriate way without using any this particular wrapper API. We want to use the PPR logic. So what we do is we create another vivo for the PPR purpose. We don't want to use the existing one. Let us create a new vivo for this particular invoice one. So in the several package, we can new vivo object. So I will say invoice PPR vivo. PPR vivo. Select the funny option, rows populated programmatically. Click on next, and here one flag, say it as V flag. Click on updated always. Boolean. Click on new. Another one is update flag, updated always, and click on Boolean. Click on OK. Next, and generate row and fill also. So that is from the email. You have to PPR vivo. One and OK. So now let us write the logic for this one. So it is almost similar to the existing logic which we have used it. So we can use the same logic. But just a new vivo. So I'll say public void init invoice PPR vivo. So here our vivo name is invoice PPR vivo. And here row and fill, right? Okay, and we don't have these flags now. So this one we can insert a row. And now what we want to do, we want to enable the updatable flag or a new flag at runtime based on the status which you get from the other page. So what is the status we are getting here? If you observe, the process request of DMLC mode. So we are getting the parameter mode, right? We are getting the new string. So what you have to do, you have to pass this parameter string to this particular method. So now what I will do is utilize the parameters. Mode. I'll just take one more parameter called mode parameter. So this one can pass the mode string, and this method, what I will do, I will call from the Figo, and what is the method name? This one. Go to the Figo, mention the method name, and also mention the parameter string. Mode parameter string. So now what is the value we are getting from that? So the mode string is having the value either view or update, right? Either view or update. If it is a view, so make a note of this one. What you have to do? After inserting a row, check it out if mode string is not equal to null, and if it is equal to view, then what you have to do is row dot set view flag should be true. Row dot set update flag should be false, and other case vice versa. That's it. Other case vice versa. Now this particular PPR Vivo should be applied on the table region as well as other regions, right? So what is the syntax we discussed just now? It should be Vivo instance, right? So make a note of the instance name. So right here, instance name followed by the view flag and followed by update flag. $OA dot view name dot view flag. So now what we do? Make a note of this view flag, and wherever you have the view region, in the YAML page, so where we have the view region, first of all, in the invoice header region, this particular one is the view region, right? On this rendered property, just apply this one. By default, this render flag is true, right? You observe. And now what will happen based on the view flag value? If the view flag value is true, this will be shown. If the view flag value is false, it won't be shown, right? So just apply on the view region also of the lines region. Search for the render property, apply here. And now take the update flag and apply on the update region. On the update region, apply the update flag. The lines region also will apply. So now the programmatical logic which we have written earlier, for the CML, this one, it is not required at all. This logic is not required at all. I just comment it. Okay. So this particular basic logic is not required at all. So we are able to control the total behavior just using this set of lines of code. That's it. This is enough. Single method is enough for the purpose of controlling the total page behavior. Okay. Now let's run the page and see how it works. Okay. And try to see the page in the view mode. Can you see? The total page is getting shown in the view mode. The table region also. Click on cancel. Now try with update one. Click on update. Right? The total page is getting shown in the update mode. And try the create. Of course, here it says no SPEL such connected. Just click on add row. Right? Click on save. Got it? Now try on the view mode again. If you observe, these buttons are getting shown, right? Even the save and submit is not should not be shown. Save and submit should be disabled because in the read-only mode, what is the need of having a save as well as submit? We cannot save it, or neither we cannot submit it. We should not allow them, right? They should be disabled, right? They should be disabled. Then what you can do is, so make a note of this view flag on the disabled property of these buttons. So in the DML page, if you observe, on the save button, where is the disabled property? By default, it is false. So if the apply this one here, if the view flag is true, disabled becomes true. Disabled becomes true, right? So then the button will be in a disabled mode. And same thing applies to submit also. That's it. Okay. Now run the page again. Now try it. Click on view. Got it? The save and select submit. It is shown in disabled mode. See, better show the button, but show them the disabled mode, because user will know that okay, the view functionality is not having the save as well as submit functionality. So like that, we generally show the buttons in the disabled mode. If you have a render functionality, I mean, if you don't want to show the buttons at all, then on the rendered property you have to apply this logic. On the rendered property, you have to apply the logic. Yeah. So any doubts? Srinath and Shiva. You want me to proceed further or shall I stop here? Hello?
Yeah, we can stop it here.
Okay. Yeah. So in the next class we'll discuss about the page deployment as well as the other concepts, the shared details.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.